Hello traders, welcome back. Welcome to Forex Mechanics. So this video we are going to be discussing how do we make consistent profits in Forex, right? Now before we start, a quick disclaimer. And what we are going to do in this video is one, we are going to get an answer to how do you get consistent profits in Forex. And also I am going to give you I'm going to tell you about a free tool which is available for everybody. And I'm sure once you come to know about this tool, it's going to help you in your day-to-day trading, right? So just hang on till the end of the video. We will get into some charts in a bit. I've just made a couple of slides, which I'm sure is going to help you as well. So how to get consistent results trading Forex. By the end of the video, like I told you, you will get access to one of the most helpful freebie. It's a free tool and a little trick which will help you trade consistently every week. So stay till the end. If 95% of the traders fail, so how does one get consistent? Right now, this is a very common thing that if you are a trader, I'm sure you've heard about this time and again. 95% of the traders fail. So how does one get consistent? Interesting question, but you will get an answer to this by the end of the video. We're also going to look at some live examples. Now, the live example that I'm going to talk about this, I'm recording this today on a Monday. And today on the Telegram group, we were discussing about AUD weakness and dollar strength. So, and that's the trade that we took this morning. So I will be talking about the same trade, which we took in the Asian session and some of the reasons why I took it. Of course, I'm going to talk about this trade along with the free tool that I'm going to be discussing right now, because that way you will be able to relate to it much better, right? Before we look at some charts, some important points. How do you get consistent results? One, you start trading on a demo account. Make sure that you trade on a demo account for at least 3 months with a good strategy. The third point, the most important, which is what we talk about all the time on this channel. I'm sure most of you are bored that I keep talking about currency strength and weakness analysis before entering any trade. So that is the most important point. Fourth, have patience, don't lose hope. Even if you have some losing trades, doesn't matter, just keep practicing and you'll learn from your mistakes, right? One important point, trade on low leverage. Now this is a very critical topic in itself, so we will discuss this separately. I will record a separate video on what I mean by trade on low leverage, because I'm sure when I talk about low leverage, a lot of you will have questions that, if I'm trading low leverage, then how do I take a decent loss size? So we will discuss this in a different topic, right? So spend time every day and every week to determine which currency is dominating the session on a day or a week, right? So today, like I said on Telegram, we mentioned about dollar strength. So we were looking at the AUD USD, right? So once you understand which currency is dominating the market, you will be able to get consistent results. All you have to do is you just have to spend time in understanding which is the currency that is dominating. Now, the free tool that I'm going to tell you about is going to help you guys, because what I've seen is that a lot of traders, especially ones in US and some other countries, you do not have access to index charts, because I do a lot of analysis on light finance, but I believe that a lot of you don't have access to these charts. So I'm sure this free tool is going to help you, right? So let's get to the charts. This is what we were discussing this morning, right? And obviously, please understand, guys, that I'm going to be telling you about this free tool, which is, like I said, it's free. It's freely available for everybody. It's just that a lot of people don't know about it, but it will definitely help you in case you do not have access to the index charts, right? But for me, predominantly, my analysis starts from the CSM indicator, which is the one that I have on my screen right now. This is the one I use to understand which currency I'm going to be looking at buying or selling. So today morning, I saw AUD, which is marked in red. You can see it was crossing the -10 level here. When it crossed below the -10, that was the indication that AUD is weak. So you can see right here, I started selling the AUD, and obviously I saw dollar was strong. Now, like I've always mentioned, just because a currency is weak doesn't mean that you just go and sell or buy. It is also important to know that if AUD is weak, is the entire group of AUD currency pairs behaving in the same way? Now, it's very difficult for a layman, especially if you don't have access to index charts, that how do I know if the entire group is moving in the same direction or not? wherein I'm going to give you a link which will help you. It's a free website which is going to definitely help you take good decisions, right? So I'll tell you why I took this trade. So here you can see this is also there on our live account. So this is one of the live accounts which I have. I've also traded it on a different account. So this is one account where I've got three mini lots open, right? So this started in the Asian session here. The reason is because, of course, I use the ADX and the MACD, which I discuss in detail in our membership course. So in case if you're interested, you can log on to the website. The description, the link is given in the description, right? So you can go there and you can become a member if you wish to. But what is more important is that it doesn't really matter, right? Like I've told you, I'm a very terrible salesman. I'm not here to sell any course or anything, because even if you have any of your existing strategy, as long as you follow currency strength and weakness, I can't tell you how important it is. You will have consistent results. You don't need anybody. You can take any strategy that you have right now, right, and you can start trading with it if you know, or if you spend time analyzing currency strength and weakness. So if I have to simply tell you, today morning I saw, let's say if I have to look at the MACD, I saw a weak MACD. I saw that the ADX was rising. The sellers, which is the red line, which was above the 20 level. So obviously there was a clear indication that this pair is going to fall, right? But more importantly, it is not the pair. I was looking at this. If you see here, the Australian index, which is in the red, it crossed the -10 level. So for me as a trader, this is the trigger, right? This is what triggers me that whether I'm going to take a trade or not take a trade. So when I saw this AUD going down in the Asian session, right, I go ahead and I also analyze the other I look at the individual index, but I also look at the entire basket. Now I understand that, for as a layman, or if you're new to trading, it's very difficult to understand that, whether, how do I come to know if the entire group is behaving in the same way? Like I told you, point number one is that I saw the Australian index dropping below the -10. So that is an indication that yes, the Australian index is dropping. Now, all I need to know is that, is it really weak? What do I mean by is it really weak? Are all the 7 currencies in the Australian basket behaving in the same way? Now, how do I, come to know about that behavior? Here is a link, like I told you. It's a free link. I'm happy to share it with you because I'm sure it'll blow your mind and it'll help you. So here you have to go to babypips.com, right? Babypips is the link. Once you go there, there is an option called Market Milk right on top here, right? You click on Market Milk. When you click on Market Milk right here, you have an option here. So there are multiple options. We can discuss about other options in another video, because in this video we are specifically looking at strength and weakness. I click on currency strength. Then here you can see so I've kept it. So the default interval is daily, but I have kept it on 4 hour, because the setup that I was looking at today was on the 4 hour time frame. And here you can see it is telling you in general what is the strength and weakness going on. So you can see it happens in real time, right? But this is not what we are interested in, right? This is not what we're interested in. The time interval I've kept is 4 hour. It is real time, and here you can see things are moving. We are not interested in this. What we are more interested in is, you can obviously go to this link and do your own research, but this is what we are more interested in. So the trend strength matrix, the default is 5 SMA and the 20 SMA. Here you can see, so I'll tell you when I took this trade, right? I have even shared a screenshot in one of our member groups. If you can see here, this is the H4 time frame. So I'm telling you what I saw in the Asian session today, what triggered me to take this trade. One, the CSM, right? Along with the CSM, there are a few other things that I look at, which is my personal strategy, which I discuss separately. But if you have to look at it, then I saw the AUD index going down. It was crossing the -10. So obviously AUD is weak. And when I saw that, this is how it looked like. So this is a screenshot that I've shared on the Telegram channel. It's a free channel. Please, the link is in the description. Register yourself. It's a free channel. So, we are more active on that channel. So here you can see on this link, the Australian dollar was weak, right? Now, it simply means we are not looking at bearish but weakening or bullish. We are only interested in these two boxes. Along with these two boxes, we are more, we are more interested in the top corner. So we want to, so the more the currency is in the top corner here, more the currency is in the bottom corner here, that means that is a currency pair. So this is how the situation was, right? And if I have to show you a little further, here you can see this is how the entire basket of currencies look like. So how do you find that out? If I have to show it in real time, this is the website. You can see currently the US dollar is on the top right hand corner. What does this mean? The US dollar is strong. If you click on the US dollar, here you can see on the 4-hour time frame. Do you see something? This is what we mean by absolute strength and weakness. What does this mean? That there is money flowing in the dollar, right? If you have been following, the weekly analysis that we've recently started since a couple of weeks, you would have noticed. I'll show you the dollar index here. Right here is the dollar index. You can see this is the MACD. This is one of the indicators that I personally use in my strategy. We saw that the dollar was in a range and we were expecting it to come up. We don't really know how far it's going to go, but we are simply following price. Now, if you see here, this week we got more confirmation is because when you look at it here, right now in the morning in the Asian session, AUD was somewhere around here and the USD was here. So the logic is I have a currency which is strong and I have a currency which is weak. Now, most important is that do I trade this currency now? No, the currency move is already over. Why? Because see, if you take a close look, the ATR is at 84%. When I have seen this potential move, the ATR was below 50%, and that's the reason why I am sitting on a profit right now. Right? So obviously here you can see the CSM also, the AUD going down, dollar going up. So it was a perfect trade. One thing which was not in favor was that the overall trend was not in sync, but still I was personally, I'm just managing this trade on my own, so I was still okay to take this trade. What is more important is that here AUD was weak and the dollar was strong. So what is the idea? That both one is strong and one is weak, which means one of them is going to move this currency in my desired direction, right? So here, when I see two currencies on opposite extremes, right, and if that currency pair is trading at a reasonable ATR, typically an ATR which is below 50%, which usually will happen in the first half of the day, maybe in the Asian session or just around the UK session. If I see a situation like this, then I am going to be interested in taking that trade. Like I told you, I'm not discussing a strategy here because before I enter a trade, I look at multiple things. So here is one template that I personally like to use. This is a template where I look at the trend, I look at the EMA, I look at the CSM, I look at ADX, I look at the MACD, I look at the ATR. So there are multiple things that I look at even before placing a trade. But the bottom line, if I have to give you one simple rule, is that this link will make your life easy as a trader, because when I took this position, the Australian was weak and the dollar was strong, which means that one of them is going to move the market. So what is happening here, you can see very clearly, dollar was weak, in the start of the Asian session. If you have seen, you join the Telegram channel, you can see the link there. Here you can see AUD, some of the AUD, so 4 of them are weak, right? The pound AUD is strong, the euro AUD is also somewhat in the bullish zone. But when you look at the majors, right, which is basically the dollar, here you can see the dollar. I'll just show you what is happening in real time. So here you can see on the 4-hour time frame, clearly the dollar is strong. Why? You can see all the dollar currencies, right, where dollar is on the base side, is in the bullish territory, and all the others are in the in the bearish territory. So what are the two currency pairs? AUD USD and Euro USD. So AUD USD is that currency pair that I traded. You could have sold the euro dollar as well. But where is the money flowing? The idea is, if you want to make consistent profit, guys, you have to spend time to understand where is the money going. So where was the money going when the day started today? We saw the US dollar was strong and the Australian and the euro was the weak, which means that I am going to look at a short position on the AUD USD. My confirmation was more, I was more confident, is because when I went into the individual currency basket, I could see that there was a perfect setup, because all the dollar base currencies were bullish and all the dollar where it is counter, they were in the bearish category, which means as long as I'm trading short on the AUD USD and the euro dollar, I am going to make money. The reason being, I am simply following price. I am simply following which currency is dominating the market. If you do this every day, if you do this every week, you will get consistent results, and you will see that you won't have a equity curve where you have 1 week where you're making money, the other week you're not making money. The reason that happens is because, imagine, just think about it fundamentally. Think about it. If people are buying, right? If today buying is happening on the US dollar, think about what would happen if you're trading on the pound CHF, or if you're trading CAD CHF, or if you're trading NSD CHF, or if you're trading Euro NSD. There is no movement. The movement is happening in the dollar because people are buying the US dollar. So if US dollar is moving today on the 4-hour time frame, if US dollar is moving, then you are supposed to buy the US dollar, right? You just have to figure out which currency pair, that you'll automatically figure out. So here you can see right now, if you have to look at it, you have dollar against the yen, right? So it is the yen and the dollar. Let's click on the yen. Here you can see, do you see something? How the yen currencies are moving into the bullish bracket. What does this mean? It simply means right now, if you go back, that people are selling the yen. You can see the yen is getting weak. And if you look at it here, in the currency analysis that we had yesterday, we had mentioned that we are expecting a breakout, and that is what is happening right now. Correct? That is what is happening. We were expecting that either yen will go on top or it will break down. If you don't know about this, please subscribe to the channel, click on the notification icon, because we are doing weekly analysis videos which will come. You will be notified every time that happens on the weekend, right? So we were expecting this move to happen, but in the morning I obviously saw that the dollar was strong and the AUD was weak. That was an opportunity, right? Because there is buying happening on the AUD, in the dollar. So as long as people are buying the dollar, you are supposed to make sure that your positions are aligned in the direction. How do you come to know about it? Very simple. If you don't have access to index charts, you all have to do is go to this link which I've shared with you. You can look at it on the daily time frame, but if you're looking at something which is more like session based trading, or you're looking at position which you're going to be taking during the day, and maybe you can exit during the day, then 4-hour setting and the 1-hour setting both are equally good. All you have to do is see that when you are buying a currency pair, it has to be at a reasonable ATR, right? It has to be at a reasonable ATR. The reason why I sold the AUD USD, my reasons were very clear. Dollar was weak, Australian dollar was strong. Obviously, there were some other points also which I look at even before selling or buying. And when all my points meet, in this case, all my points did not meet, barring this one trend indicator here. But so I would say this was more like a 95% confirmation. But nevertheless, I went ahead with the trade because I was confident that one of these currencies, either the AUD or the USD, is going to continue through the day. So what happened from the Asian session till now, the currency has had a nice move. So even if you see, it is nicely dropping. So what I've done, I have simply followed price. I have simply followed where the money is moving. I knew that the money is moving into the dollar, so I have simply put my money into the dollar. If you can do this day in, day out, week after week, right? If you don't see two currencies at the extreme, right? So in this case, it's the dollar yen. Then dollar yen is the pair that you should be looking for a trade. Now, when you will be looking for a trade, for example, let me just quickly open up the chart and show it to you. I have not tracked this pair today, but if you're looking at the dollar yen, then firstly, let's say I just came on my screen. I'm looking at my screen right now, and let's say if I am looking at the dollar yen, because where is the currency moving? I can very clearly see dollar is strong and the yen is weak, right? So obviously trading the dollar yen would make a lot more sense. Let me just check why it's not. So bottom line, you will be buying the dollar yen. So here you can see dollar yen. You can see a very nice clean move, right? But if you see right now, the ATR today is 214. It's already gone up to 170. I'm not going to be looking at this trade because this trade happened in the morning. But like I said, in order to, when you're trading Forex and when you want to make consistent profit, you don't have to take all the trades. Don't be under the impression that, oh, dollar is strong, so I have to, I have to sell the AUD USD, Euro USD, buy dollar yen. Doesn't matter. Even if you take one trade, so you have AUD USD, Euro USD, dollar yen. I saw the AUD USD. I've taken that trade, right? Because this happened in the Asian session. This is what I do. So if you can do this Every day you will have consistent results week after week. If you don't see it, simply don't trade. If you don't see any currency which is dominating, don't trade, because that's how you will be consistent. Because if there is a currency which is not dominating and you still trade, you're going to lose, right? So don't really look for any positions if nothing is happening. Okay, so with that, I hope you really like this video. I have already shared the link, babypips.com. You can go to market milk. I'm sure it's going to help you. Follow it. Like I said, join the Telegram channel, because there I am more active and I can tell you every time I see any currency. When I feel there is a good setup, I will share it. I will tell you where a currency is moving, because not only market milk, when I am taking a position, I'm also looking at the CSM that I personally use. So I look at the CSM, I look at market milk, I look at all possible options, and when I'm very confident, I will set just share it on the Telegram channel. Okay, so I hope you like this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, right? Because that's what motivates me to record more videos. And I hope that you really like what I've shared with you guys today, because try using it, guys. I mean, it is an excellent tool. It is freely available. All you have to do is you have to apply it, right? You just need to know how to apply this tool with your existing strategy. If you can somehow manage to do it, I'm telling you, you will have consistent results every week. If you don't see a dominating currency, don't trade. If you see a dominating currency in a reasonable ATR, place a trade. If you want me to record a video on ATR, then please mention in the comment section. I will record a video for that. But please mention in the please make sure that you write it in the comment section that yes, we want to know more about the ATR indicator. I will make a video. Otherwise, maybe I will forget about it, or maybe I will just say that okay, when I will record it when I feel like. Okay, so I hope you like this video. It had been a long time that I had not recorded a video which was adding some value for you guys. I'm sure this is going to add value to you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.